Many of our students state that they don't like butter. Often this is because they actually can't spread it. Let's see how we can make this a pleasurable experience. Which method the student uses will be based on what they can manage depending on their residual vision, their experience and their prior knowledge. Set up in an organised manner so that everything needed is already available. Have a locator plate, for example as here, use the base from some pre-packed vegetables. Decide where to have the piece of bread. It could be on the edge of a chopping board or could be in the middle of a plate. Have the knife or tablespoon ready. Take the butter out of the fridge and let it soften for a few minutes. The student holds the bread between their middle finger and thumb, crust to crust, because that will act as a guide as they are spreading. A tablespoon is the best method to enable good, even coverage over a piece of bread. It is also helpful if the student has dexterity or fine motor control issues. The student uses a spoon to go into the corner of the butter pot until there is an adequate portion on there. That is tested by feeling with a finger. The student brings the thumb and middle finger together in the middle of the bread and then pushes off to ensure that the butter is sitting in the middle. With that finger in the bowl of the spoon, the hand firmly wrapped around the spoon handle and with the thumb having as much stability as possible, the bowl of the spoon is placed on top of the butter and gently turned to create small circles of movement. These circles of movement cause friction and combined with the heat from the finger start to melt the top layer of butter. Glide the spoon across the top of the butter in a rotating pattern. Don't press down because that will create a hole in the bread. Push out further and further. As the circles become wider, the spoon will hit the thumb and the finger. Pause and feel where the butter coverage is, and then continue if necessary. Identify the part of the knife which is going to be used for spreading, that is the blade area, and ensure that the blade is positioned at 90 degrees to the bread. Use the knife to go into the corner of a pot until some butter can be felt standing up around the blade. Place the index finger pointing down the blade, giving stability. The student places the knife down and pushes across the bread. They then turn the bread 90 degrees. Each time they turn the bread 90 degrees, at some point they will need to ascertain whether they need some more butter. There will probably be a small area in the middle which isn't covered and they will need to just go across the middle of the bread.
If you'd like more information about how to support a visually impaired student, we hold free events throughout the year to mainstream professionals. These events offer practical support and advice on how you can include visually impaired students in your lessons. They are suitable for teachers, TAs and parents of a visually impaired student. These events are run throughout the academic year, with dates and booking available from our website.